Beautiful sunrise. My beautiful people. So I'm trying to bring you guys best pause your music, please. But the ungodly will not so. You're like the chaff, but the wind shall drive it away. Grand Rising family, Grand Rise. Well, I don't know why I always say Grand Rising. I think it has become a habit for me now. Um, Greetings everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is in the best of health. Um, and I pray the Most High that He may continue to be with you, continue to guide your steps, protect you always. So I wanted to share with you guys. It's afternoon, almost evening, after 6. But I thought because there's still some light outside, I might as well, um, you know, share. Yeah, so I had one subscriber asking me about builders in the Gambia. She has a plot of land and now she wants to start building something on the land. She's thinking of building something small because she saw my video um, about a tiny house, and where I shared that you might as well, if you're not able to afford it, there's no shame in building something small. Maybe later on you'll be able to afford it, who knows? And even if you can afford it, there's still no shame in building something small, especially if you are alone or if you're a small family or it's a husband and wife. You know, guys, you don't if you are just a husband and wife coming to the Gambia, no kids or whatever, and you feel to yourself you want to build something small, then you go ahead and you build something small because it's just you and your husband. I always say that it's better to be have money in your pocket than to have a big house and you have no money. Because at the end of the day, the house that you're going to build here for you to live in, it's not an asset, right? It's not an asset. It's not like something that you are building to rent out and to provide you with an income. If you are able to do so, if you are able to have a piece of land and you're able to build your own and you're able to build um, extra apartments so you could rent out or stuff like that, then those rental apartments become assets. But if you just want to build a house in the Gambia, just somewhere to stay that you don't have to be paying the yearly 100 and something thousand rent, or the 200 and something thousand rent, or the 300 goes up to 500, if you don't want to be paying that yearly and you want you want your own, that there's no shame in building small, or there's no shame in starting small. If you're able to build, okay, let me share with you guys something personal. So one time when I did share about the tiny home, a subscriber said, "Hungry Mom, you asking people or you telling people that they should come to the Gambia and build tiny houses, that they should come to Africa to build tiny houses. What's wrong in that?" And I was like, I'm not telling people to do anything. In none of my videos am I telling you, or I am forcing you, or I am putting it on you and saying you have to. I All I do is share. I share my opinions, I share my thoughts, I share things that may help you. If you are like someone who is not as rich, or who doesn't have, as I always say, who doesn't have um, money is flowing like that, then you don't come and try to build a mansion and then after building the mansion you have no money. Definitely, I would not encourage anyone to come to the Gambia and you have no monies coming in. You should be able to have something coming in on a monthly, whether it's something that you do online, whether it's something that you are able to do in the Gambia. When I first came, I shared that there are no jobs in the Gambia, that it doesn't make sense coming here looking for a job. Not that there are no jobs, but doesn't make much sense coming to look for a job. My reason for saying that is because it will not pay as much as you think it will. It will not pay you a salary or an amount monthly that you can say it can pay your rent. It will not. If you get a job here in the Gambia, the money is that, especially it depends on what kind of job are you looking for. So if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, if you have some kind of skill and you have some, some, like, you are a real asset to a company, then you may find a job where you could make 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 the last year or more. I say thank the Most High for you. But if you know that you are coming here and you're not able to, you have no skill, or you have no certificate, you have no business um, uh, forte or any of this, and you're looking for a job, maybe you're looking for a job at a restaurant, or you're looking for a job at a store or something small, then I would say, if you're looking for something small, then I would say that you go seek the diasporans who already have businesses, and you help them grow their business. That's if you're looking for a job. Because as I mentioned before in another video, that it's an asset if we're coming from the West, knowing how things work over there, knowing customer service, how, knowing the etiquette of business and so on. If you are coming to look for a job, seek out the diasporans who are here, who already have business, but don't expect to be making the monies that you were making in the West. It doesn't work that way. It makes no sense to even think that way, because after all, the monies that you are making in the West, um, the monies, number one, the currency is different, and no one here is able to pay you that kind of money. So obviously you will have to expect to be paid in the Lassie, not in US. I will tell you, no one here will pay you in US dollars. No one here will pay you in pounds. No one here will pay you in Canadian dollars. No one here will pay you in euro. You will be paid in the Lassie, no matter where you go to work, right? And of course, the amount that you get will vary based on your duties and your job title and whatever. And more so than not, when we the diasporans come, we always think to ourselves, those of us who come to the business, always think, wow, they're paying them so little, so you're going to give a little more. So if you are going to come to the Gambia looking for a job, I rest assured that if you go to work for a diaspora, and they will definitely want to pay you um, a decent wage. And I've shared before that a decent wage meaning something that will be able to pay a bill or two for you. Don't expect that bill will pay your rent if you are renting. Don't expect that amount. Sorry, that pay will pay your rent. It will give you groceries. It will cover your cash power. If it so happens, as I said before, the Most High's blessings to you, right? But where did that conversation go? So I started off with a young lady asking me, "Hungry mom, um, how would you do? You have any builders that you are able to? Because people know that we bought land, and of course we're going to be building." So they want to know if I am in that stage of looking for builders and whatever, and want to know if I can recommend anyone to them, or are we in that stage of already finding persons? Are we found a builder, and so on? So we are in the stage of looking or finding someone. We've spoken to a few persons. Definitely, we're not. I mentioned to you guys before. Whatever I share, as I said, is based on my life, my experiences, my thoughts, and the things that I am doing in the Gambia. We're not able to afford a contractor, like those big companies that will come and build for you, and they will charge you 400,000 to build your house. They will charge you 300,000 to build for you, and then the house will cost you another 1 million, 2 millions. No. So what we want to do is we want to find um, someone. There are many out there, but it's just finding persons who are able to build, a mason, and people that are able to build for you, who are able to do the job, not just someone telling you that they can, and then when you go to start building, then they build you a house that is ready to fall even before it has started, and they tell you, I can't do it, and then your money is just a waste. You have to break everything down. Even I lately I was talking to a young man. He's a um, immigration officer, and he brought us to his compound and to his space where he said he's building, he was making blocks and so on and so on. And then he messaged me back a few weeks ago and said to me that, oh, the guys who were helping him, they started building his uncle's compound, his uncle's house, and they had to only to realize that the house wasn't the right measurement of um, what it's supposed to be, and things were not going okay, so they had to break down everything. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be paying someone to build me a house and for you to be going to be doing shit to tell me that you can build, you are a mason, you can build, you can do this, you can do that.
This will be ready by tomorrow morning.
What do you mean tomorrow morning?
It's just windows and doors that are remaining. By
What?
tomorrow morning, everything will be done.
And things were not going okay, so they had to break down everything. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be paying someone to build me a house and for you to be going to be doing shit to tell me that you can build, you are a mason, you can build, you can do this, you can do that. And then I have to go back and break down that house and then employ somebody else. There's no way I will let that pass just like that. So instead of me going through that stress and through that hassle, instead of us going through that stress and that hassle, please find someone, or get a referral, someone who has done it before. Lots of diasporans here who have already built their houses. You could ask them. And sometimes they may say to you, the guy I used, I didn't even end up with him. The guy I started with, I didn't even end up with him. I had someone else come and finish this, come and finish that. Guys, it's a mess. It's a mess. You have to be so careful when you find people who tell you that they can build, that they are mason, that they are this, that they are that. You have to be so careful, because when you think you are there going to be building your house, let me not even continue on this one with you. So I share with you more so to warn you, to help you not have high expectations, to help you be vigilant in your research and in your whatever it is that you are doing. So you don't say that nobody told me. There's no way you could come and start doing things here and not back up on my channel to know that Hungry Mom is always talking about. Don't just come and just start saying, "Oh, I have a builder," and you just grab this one and you tell him, you bring him to your land and tell him to start building because he says he can. Oh, I know somebody that's a plumber. Oh, I know somebody that can build roof. Oh, I know somebody. No, seek out the diasporans who are already here, and they have a world of experiences. Those who have been here for 20 years, 5 years, 3 years, which we have, 5 years, which they would have more experience than me. They would know way more. 20 years, oh my God, lots of stories to tell. Seek out those persons and find out from them if they have referrals, people who have done work for them, and if they are able to help you find someone. And I said most times than not, so they will tell you the guy I started with was not the one who finished my house. The persons that started that built for me, they did this or they did that. There's always something that is not right in when it comes to building. People have gone through so much and have lost thousands. They have lost thousands, all because of persons saying that they can do this, they can do that, and then only to find out they give you even referrals. They say, oh, you could ask this one, or I build this one. Sometimes people drive, will have you drive around and they'll tell you, oh, I built this house and I built this house. And if you're not thinking, oh wow, you did. Go ask the owner, find the owner of that house, and make sure that he knows. You ask him, did this guy build your house? That's the to the extent that you have to go if you don't want to be losing the hard earned money, your hard earned money. And if you do, um, as I said, your number one stop should be another diaspora. or it doesn't even have to be just a diaspora. It could be a Gambian who lives here and who has, that has already built, and then you guys are close or you friends and whatever. You ask him or her who built your house. You see a house that you like, you go to the owner and find out, the contractor, or the diaspora, Gambians who are away, who are abroad. If you know of any, then you find out they have to trust me, guys. When I tell you, don't just take referrals from people saying, "I know this guy can build. I know this guy and he can do this and he can do that." No, have them show you the best referral you can find or you can ever have is one that can show proof, that can show a project, that can show something that person is saying that he or she can do. All right, take it from me and trust me on that. So as I was saying, I'm always going. You guys, I've told you before, you guys, if you don't stop me, I'm going. I'm going to keep talking till tomorrow. So yes, this subscriber asked, and all this I'm sharing is for everyone, all my diasporans who are watching, even Gambians, wherever you are, and you are watching me, even those who are Gambians, I'm sure, if we are honest, you will be able to shed light and agree with me that this is something that cannot be taken lightly. You cannot just meet someone and they tell you that they can build and they are mason and they are plumber and they can build roof and they can do this, and you just jump ahead and take their number and have them come and start building for you. That's especially if you cannot afford, as I said, a big contractor, someone who will be charging you 400,000, 300,000, 500,000 just to build. We've spoken to one or two persons, and just to build, they would charge you 500,000 just to build a house. That's not including material or anything. And then the house, the material alone, may end up costing you 1 million dalasi, of course, 1 million dalasi, 2 million dalasi. So you'd be paying 2 million, 2 million for just your material and to build your house, and 400,000 to the persons who are building. So just do your due diligence, as I always share, to make sure that you find in someone um, that can actually do what he's saying he can do. And that's for those who, not even just for those who are hiring small time mason or stuff like that. Even if you are hiring or you are contracting someone who has a company, you have to make sure that company is legit, that they actually do have a company. Because I've heard stories of people who have, you go to their office, they have company, you go to their office and they say they build, and they have portfolio of all the houses they build, of the customers they have, and you go to them and say you want this built, you want that built, and it's the same issues you face. Trust me when I tell you, you can end up facing the same issues or even worse, because you're paying them 400,000 to build your home, and then you buy all your material and only to find out that the persons that they have working for them can't do what they're saying that they can. Or if a simple issue, something simple happens and they have to go back and fix it and use their own monies, they're not willing to do it. They want you to take your money and fix their mistake. So it is so, so, so important to not just throw away your money or just stretch your hands and give your money to just anyone. Building a house is a huge project. It's a lot of money. You don't want to be wasting your money. So you do your research and go all out before you just come and start building in the Gambia. You go all out and you find out every single detail you need to on that person who's going to start building on your land. So yes, to the young lady who asked, we are in the process of finding. Um, we have spoken to many people, but as I just shared, I'm not willing to just give my money to anyone. So we did talk to someone who says he has a company, not even just one, two, but the monies that they were charging, because we want to start building small and build on as we go. We want to make sure that we have full control of what we spend. Our materials, we want to be able to go out there and buy our materials ourselves and find deals and on material. Sometimes you may go somewhere and they will tell you cement is 425, 450, 400, 425, 450. But if the person who's building for you may tell you that's the price, that's what they're getting it for. But if you go yourself, you could always bargain, you could always go and negotiate. And if you buy in 100 bags, you can get the 100 bags for 375 or for less than what they're charging if you buy 1 bag or 2 bags or 3 bags or 4 bags, right? So the more you buy, the more you'll be able to save. The more you'll be able to save. So you go out there. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not saying you go out there. I'm saying that's what we're gonna do. Go out there and find deals on all our building material. We're going to be paying the young man, whoever it is, for his service, of course. And then, but we're going to be going out with him every step of the way when it comes to buying our building materials and so on. So we are able to get good deals, we are able to bargain, and we are able to save money. It's not too much for us. When I tell you, when you want to save and when you have a goal and you know you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to save as much money as you can, keep enough in your pocket as you can, you will do all what you have to do. Now, some persons may say, "Oh, Mom, I will not do all that. That's too much. I don't have time to do that. I might as well just pay someone." No problem. You have it, my sister. You have it, my brother. But I'm just asking you to be careful when you're giving it out, that you know who you're giving it out to. All right? Maybe, not maybe, when we are in that process, when we are at that stage of building and we found someone that we say, okay, this person is going to, because we talk to many people and we just, seeing what is what and what is this and what is that. So when we finally decide on starting, then we definitely going to be, not I may not share. If you need me to share personally the contractors or whatever, I could do that, um, um, based on how we see their work. I could probably do that, but not in the beginning stages. We would need to have something. Maybe the house would be maybe half finished or even finished completely, so I can share with you issues that we've had, if there's any, and if everything was great, I can be able to share that with you. So will be eager to give out their contacts and so on. So when we start building, we definitely won't be giving references just yet, right? We'll just be sharing with you the steps and things that we have to go through and so on, and then of course sharing with you guys, the building and just letting you see what we are doing. But I thank you so much for always watching my videos. I thank my subscribers so much for being there. I know I haven't been doing my best lately, but I thank you. I really love, um, sharing, and it's just the time. So I know I keep saying that, but I want to really say thank you to all my subscribers. My new subscribers, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching till the end. And if you are going to watch any other of my videos, if this is your first one, welcome. And if you are going to watch any other, hopefully it brings you value, and you stick around. You stick around. All right. Do take care. Bye, family. Yeah. So it's getting dark. I'm going to go in. Did the power? What are you doing out, my baby?
Now is my time to shine. Let's go. When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt and out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight. Overcoming obstacles is the objective in life.